On the injured guys, Kamari, Elijah, and Bishop.
No, they all did some things today, but we'll get through the week, see where they're at. Address on injury report.
I know Wayman's been out for a little while. Is there hope that he could come back? I know it's kind of near the end of that window.
Yeah, he's getting closer. He's getting closer. I don't expect him to play this week. He's fighting, but it's for a back. It's not a great injury. Some positions might be able to come back a little bit faster, but he's giving it everything he can right now.
It's kind of an explosiveness question.
Yeah, just it's a position naturally that cuts a lot, and that's probably the number one limiting factor coming back from something like that. So there's other positions that cut less on the field that historically have been able to bounce back a little bit quicker, but that one's probably one of the longest positions in terms of return to play.
You saw Jay Norvell come out to practice. Is he doing any analyst work for you guys?
No, just here visiting. A friend of a lot of ours on the staff, and happened to be in the area, so came out and hung out with us for a few days.
Killian was back. What was your sense of kind of operation along the offensive line, and then on his plate, going up and playing at a place like that this weekend?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. He did a good job. I mean, he's always a good operator. He knows our stuff really well. He's a great leader. I thought it was good for him to get back and just play another game. I think he's continuing to knock some of the rust off from the injury and just the time away. And each week he's just been better. The week before he was better. He got to play a little bit, obviously, the Northwestern game. He was a lot better last week, and he's already a lot better even today than he was at any point last week. So he's just getting further away from that injury and getting back in the swing of things. And, this is he's a good player. He's played in big games, so he'll be ready.
Alex Graham got in and played significantly this time. Is he somebody you expect more out of this week coming up at Oregon as well?
He's certainly got a chance to. He's done a good job for us. It was unfortunate he had the injury when he did, which I know we've already discussed at length because he was trending towards playing a lot very early in the season. But he's done a good job, I think, just getting his body back and then mentally kind of hanging in there because that was tough where you think you're going to play and you kind of earn that right, and then all of a sudden the rug gets pulled out from underneath you. So I've been impressed with his just maturity and desire to get back, and opportunity presented itself the other day, and he did a nice job with it. And we've got a lot of confidence in him, and really just the rest of this entire season I think will be a really good opportunity for him.
We know you want to emphasize local recruiting. Oregon also kind of has that pipeline to Southern California. So how do you approach that, maybe competition for recruits?
Southern California, you recruit against a lot of different people. There's very, very few schools that don't come here and try to recruit. So for us, it's not about a competition with any one school. We feel like we've got something pretty unique here, and it's just trying to get this place as good as we can and target the guys in this area that we think will best fit this university and this place. So just never got too caught up into that because it's not like all these guys have only two choices, especially really good players in this area. So, you're recruiting against a lot of people, and we're just trying to make it as good as we can here.
You saw you get pretty emotional after that Iowa win, which sometimes that happens, sometimes it hasn't happened. What was different about that game that brought out that emotion?
Oh, I have emotion. Just you guys don't always see it. I'm not always as outward with cameras out there. Our guys know how I feel about them and how I feel about winning and competing. And we may not always put stuff out there on social media or do this and that to enhance it in the public eye, but all I care about is for our team and doing the best job that I can. And I was excited in that moment for how we responded and how we played, and even in a day that wasn't our best and had some unfortunate things go against us on top of that, and then to still find a way against a really tough team and a really good program was important. And so, just the way our guys responded and to pull that out there in the end was important. And I think everybody on that sideline felt that way.
It's been a month now since you had lost the top two guys you thought would be your top two running backs. King has stepped in so well. How would you just say that has gone compared to maybe what you thought in the moment, and how important is that going to be, especially in this game when Oregon is so good at running the ball?
Yeah, no, it's gone remarkably well. I don't know that anybody could have predicted that, to be completely honest. To lose what we lost, and then on top of that, I love all the reshuffling on the offensive line that we've had. That's normally that's could be almost a death sentence for an offense. So we've handled it well. We've had some big challenges. We've been able to respond. It will obviously be important. Games like this, being able to run the football, being able to stop the run is always key, no matter who you're playing, where you're playing, what year it is. Like, it's always important. So we've been clutch there. We've been able to do it. Hopefully we can get it done this time.
What gives you confidence that this run defense will be better throughout an entire game, having seen it in the second half against Iowa last couple of seasons?
Yeah, just we've put together a lot of good football, and we just got to be able to keep it going. And so each one of these challenges is different. Oregon is a good offense; they run the ball well. We've got to go stretch it out and make sure that we can do it for all 4 quarters and start faster. And it's going to be a battle, that. But our team has continually responded all year, and I expect them to do it again.
Oregon's defense is good at limiting explosive plays. Is there something on film you see as to why they're so good at doing?
I think they do the things that a lot of good defenses do. They're good up front. They're very talented up front. So they do a good job. Kind of here throughout the year, not giving guys a lot of time to throw the ball down the field. They've been good in run defense. They do a nice job in the secondary. They've got some young players there, but they've had some guys really step up. And they're a well-coached group that does a really good job. So, we're going to have to. We're gonna have to kind of do what we've done all year, and it's been a strength of ours. It's been a strength of theirs, and again, that's all that though is typical of games like this. When you get 2 teams that have won as many games as these 2 teams have, you're more than likely you're going to be pairing a lot of strengths against strengths, and that's what this matchup's going to be like.
Let's do one more.
How satisfying is it to be playing meaningful football in the middle to end of November?
This is what I'm used to. Like this is what I'm used to. So it's good to be right there again, no question. Just the ride and the journey with this team's been really fun, and we got a long ways to go. So it's the time of year I enjoy the most. So it's good to be in the hunt, and it's good to have a team like this that you believe in, and looking forward to the next one.
Thank you.
Hey, Trojan family, thank you so much for hanging out and watching the USC LAFB show. Before you go, let me tell you quickly about our friends over at Sleeper. Go right now, download the Sleeper app. It's the #1 sports app, not just for season-long fantasy, but they've got live pickers, they've got live stat updates, they've got a chat that you can chat with other users, plus the daily pick'em, which is a blast, or daily fantasy, whatever you want to call it. You go and pick 2 to 8 players across any sports. If you're talking USC, go choose J.D. Maiava in his next matchup. Pick more or less passing yards, more or less touchdowns. You stack those, and you can win real money. When you go to make your first deposit, make sure you use our promo code USCLAFB. You're going to get a match deposit up to $100. Put in $100, you get $100 free to play with from Sleeper. Put in $10, they'll match you that $10. So now you're sitting at $20 to play with. But also right now, for any new users, no deposit required. You get $20 free entry. You can stack both. You can get the $20 for free. Go make a deposit. Use USC LAFB. And now you've got a bunch of free money to play with right there on the Sleeper app. Check it out, Trojan family. And when you do, tell them the guys at the USC LAFB sent you.